Hey guys, this is Joe Saint and my sidekick, Frankensleeve. He's back there in the corner. I didn't bring him up front because this is part of my C2K, C25K update, and well, he's not part of that. It's just me. Uh, you can see I'm in my behind my computer desk at home and not wearing my normal workout clothes, meaning my work clothes. This is because, as I mentioned in my last video on Wednesday for the week 3 day 2 video update, I was going to have a problem again on Friday finding time to do the jog, uh, have a date with my lady, and do everything in the same evening. And it was going to be the same way on Saturday too, because we had planned an activity where she wanted to smoke a whole bunch of meat for Easter Sunday, and doing that whole process was going to take a good 10 to 12 hours. Now, that's just for the smoking part. Friday evening, we spent about 3 hours just prepping the meat, getting all the marinades together, going to the stores. I'm a guy. I'm simple. I was like, I know, go to the grocery store, Super Walmart, buy whatever I got. If they ain't got it, then I'm not going to get it. But so she's a little bit pickier and more determined than I am. So we had to go to Super Walmart to pick up certain vegetables, and we had to go to another store down the street called HEB Plus. It's a super grocery store rivaling Super Walmart in size, grocery section wise, but they just carry a whole lot more variety of things. If you know, more organic things, more uh, like grass-fed butter versus regular butter, which is comes from corn-fed cows, and they carry wine, and they carry just a huge produce section where you can pick and choose and get nicer vegetables, in her opinion. So once again, as I mentioned in my Wednesday video, there's going to be a problem with getting my run in on Friday because there just wasn't going to be time, and probably wouldn't be able to run on Saturday. And so uh, I recall that she had mentioned running together. She casually mentioned, "Hey, let's go jogging together one Saturday." And and I've learned the hard way that, and learned very quickly the hard way. When she mentions something like that, it's not a suggestion. It really isn't. It's like it's already on the calendar. We're doing this together. You might as well suck it up and show up. So we got up early on. Well, I got up early on Saturday, went to her house, and we got the meat and everything on the smoker, and everything smoking and in place. And about 11 a.m. we went down to a local park that is actually a designated 5K jogging park. It's kind of neat. It's all concrete. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough brain power to take any pictures of it. I did actually try to get a picture of her because I've had a couple of requests to get her on the video, but she refuses. She's still too camera shy. I can't even get a picture of her from behind. She don't even want the back of her shirt on video. So eventually, maybe I'll keep working on it. But anyway, this concrete jogging path. It's actually measured out in quarter-mile increments, so you can be running along and you'll see on a stripe on the roadbed that says quarter mile. So she's jogged it before, or jogged most of it and walked the rest of it. So it was a very, very pretty day. It was nice and windy. The temperature was in the probably lower 70s, maybe high 60s. So the one thing I learned that I didn't realize, up until now, I've always ran by myself. So running with somebody else, you have to consider how fast they can run, whether they're faster than you, whether they're slower than you. And I was trying to talk to her on and off, and so uh, my breath was out of control. My pace was off because I had a lousy night's sleep and I was feeling awful. Just didn't have any energy. But my my pace was okay. My feet were going in the right spot, but I was trying to talk to her and also try to jog because she was asking me questions about the program, and so my breath was out of control, and I hyperventilated on one of the very last 3 minute stretch of running, jogging. I was really completely out of breath, and my whole coordination was off because of talking to her and just being distracted by a different environment. So I mean, I did complete the whole thing, did the whole workout. When we were done, she's like, "Is that it? We're done?" And it's like, "Yeah, it's just really, it's actually only 9 minutes of running at this point in the program." So it's like, well, that was pretty easy. Well, of course, because you can run a mile. What do you? She goes, "Well, you can just tell everybody how a girl beat you at this." Well, okay, I'll tell them all that I let you win. She's like, "No, you won't. You'll tell them that 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 I beat you. A girl beat you fair and square." Okay, I'll tell them. If it makes you happy, I'll make them. I'll tell them all that you beat me. So this is kind of a short update. That's about it. Kind of a weird thing. My weight shot up about 2 pounds last week, and actually, when I wasn't able to weigh myself. I didn't think to weigh myself on Saturday morning, so I couldn't get my normal daily weigh in. But Saturday night when I got home, I weighed in like 209 or 210. It's like I don't think I've been eating that much. I mean, really, I mean, I've been eating more. I think, a little more, but not 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 calories over the course of 3 or 4 days. That much more. So maybe I'm not eating enough, and my body's going into starvation mode. Maybe I'm not eating enough protein. Maybe I'm not drinking enough water. My body's just hanging on to the water. I do know that I've eaten some poor choices over the past couple of days. Not seriously overeating, but for example, at work they had some leftover deli sandwiches. I mean, and I think I had one and a half. I actually had one little. When I say they're small, I mean literally this big. If you put your fingers together in a triangle, they were smaller than this. And I ate one of those. It was roast beef and tomato and lettuce, and I think it had some kind of mayonnaise on it. Had one of those. It was on sourdough bread, and I had half of another one, which was just the lower half of the uh, bread and the slice of roast beef, and I took all the mayonnaise off of it that I could, and then I ate a one third to one half of a regular sized bag of potato chips that came along with those leftover sandwiches. So maybe another 150 calories worth of Lay's. It's their version of Lay's potato chips. So the whole bag would have been 260 calories, and I ate less than half the bag and threw the rest of it away. I'm I really wanted to eat them, but I'm learning that, especially in the past few months, those things that I used to love to eat, that I look at now and go, man, I'd love to have that. Like those potato chips. I used to love potato chips, and I was eating them the other night, and that's why I threw them away, because they weren't satisfying anymore. They just weren't as good as I remember them tasting. It's like I'm eating these because I thought they were going to be great tasting. It was going to be a treat, and I'm wasting these calories eating this stuff. It's not satisfying. It's not. I mean, honestly, I bought some more Quest bars, and I would really rather have this Quest bar, which is like, I think it's like 200 calories, 170 calories. This is not even my favorite brand, my favorite flavor. This is cinnamon roll. Yeah, cinnamon roll. It's very good if you like cinnamon rolls. It tastes a little bit like cinnamon rolls. It's got a kind of a grittiness to it. When you bite into cinnamon rolls and they have that brown sugar that's kind of, you feel like kind of grittiness on your teeth, on your tongue. It's very nice. So 21 grams of carbs. I mean, 21 grams of protein. I would rather eat one of these. They taste better than that bag of potato chips. And these are good for you. So 21 grams of protein and lots of fiber. These things will make you poop like crazy. Well, not like crazy, but it will really help your system along. You eat one of these on a regular basis. Yeah, so that's one of the things I learned. I picked up on in the past couple weeks or months, that the stuff I used to love to eat, it just doesn't give me the same satisfaction and enjoyment, and I feel like I'm wasting those calories when I could have been eating something that maybe not that I liked better, but that was healthier for me, that I liked just as good. The older stuff is just doesn't bring the same enjoyment anymore. And the other little thing I would like to make a comment on is about making your goals as easy to achieve as possible. I've been listening to some self-improvement books, and one of them is about change and how to begin change in your life. And one of the things they brought up was, don't try to change too many things in your life at one time, or you get overwhelmed and you get bogged down and things get complicated, and you tend to get, or I tend to give up. I don't want to speak for anybody else but myself. I'm from my own experience because everybody's different. But one of the things they said was like, if you want to start exercising, don't don't worry about being perfect at it. Don't if you don't go to some really expensive gym that's 20 minutes, 30 minutes from your house. In my case, I know that from experience from years ago, I went the closest gym to my house was 30 minutes away. And I was all pumped up and I was like, yeah, let's go work out at this gym and get, thinner and buff. And after a while, having to get in your workout clothes, drive 30 minutes to go work out and do something you don't want to do to begin with, it just became a real chore. And, after a month or so, I gave up. I mean, it's a common thing for many people who join gyms. And that's why gyms in general will oversell their memberships. I don't know how by how great a factor, but they know that people are going to quit coming after a month or so because they're for many reasons. It's hard to get to the gym. It's hard to make time to go to the gym. The gym is too far away. So if you're going to set a goal, try to take away as many block uh, stumbling blocks as you possibly can. Like in my case, this may not work for everybody, but I'm just trying to say, look at the the way I'm doing things. See if you can find ways to take the idea, it's the bigger idea, and apply it in different ways to your life. For example, I was really bummed out, even though I don't like to walk. I got after a year or so, I was in the habit of walking with my friend John every evening after 4 o'clock, weather permitting. We walked for 3 point something miles, and we tried to go faster and faster every day. When I got my new job, I had to stay at work till 5. In the first initial months, I had to stay even later, working overtime. It was something new, and I was getting home after dark. We tried to keep walking when I would get home at 5:45, and it was really a hassle. I never knew when I was going to be working late, and I'd call him at the last minute and cancel, and neither one of us were really happy with it. But there wasn't much I could do. I was getting home later at night because of the walking, and I think it was kind of a relief to both of us when we both got injured on and off, and uh, kind of started putting off. Couldn't we just we could have probably started walking again, but after 2 months of not walking because of injuries and weather and everything else, we just never picked it up again. I didn't want to go back to it because it was so much of a hassle. The stress of working for 10 hours a day, then sitting for an extra, my normal drive time is 30 minutes, but it'd be an extra 15, 20 minutes just sitting bumper to bumper traffic waiting to get to the construction zones. And it was just stressful. And I just started staying at work, working later because it was easier to stay at work than it was to sit through all that traffic. And I was really bummed out because I didn't know much about how I was going to go back to exercising. I knew I couldn't motivate myself to work on the treadmills because we have treadmills and elliptical walkers at work, and it's just not my thing. So I found this C25K program, and I figured, well, one of the ways I'll motivate myself is by putting it on video. And if I know somebody's watching me, I've publicly committed to doing it. So to make it as easy as possible, I've recorded everything on my smartphone as opposed to my home video camera, which I like using it a lot. So I'm trying to eliminate all the barriers I possibly could for any excuse for me not doing it, not doing the program. So I've committed to showing you my progress. I've even though I don't like the quality, the best I can do is record it on my smartphone. And I don't wear workout clothes while I'm jogging. I wear my regular work clothes, my cotton pullover shirt, and my cotton t-shirt, and my work tennis shoes, and my blue jeans. I, I know that having to stop, change clothes, or washing my workout clothes and repacking them and all that kind of stuff would be just one more headache for me, and that would be another excuse if I forgot one day or got lazy one day and didn't repack my jogging outfit, and I'd be like, well, I can't work out because I ain't got my workout clothes. So it's just small things like that, any kind of barriers I can figure out to take out of the way, make it as easy as possible to film these these updates, make it as easy as possible just to go out there and just run. So without making it too complicated. So, and then you can, and if it wasn't working properly for me in the beginning, then I knew I could make adjustments. Don't try to be perfect when you're starting out, because you'll never, at least I will never start, because it's never going to be perfect enough. The video quality is never going to be perfect enough. The weather is never going to be perfect enough. My clothing isn't going to be perfect. My ability to talk on camera without stuttering and searching for the right words is never going to be perfect enough. So I just had to just do it. Like the commercial is, just do it. I made the first video. I found what worked for me, what didn't work for me, what worked for me when I was running, what worked for me when I was filming, what locations I could do the filming in, what areas I could run in. And if it didn't work, I adjusted. You know, if one area that I wanted to use for filming was in use by other employees working late that night, then I found another office. Even if I didn't like the background, like you saw me, if you've seen these, some of them, I'm sitting in my chair behind my desk, and it's just this flat gray wall behind me with nothing to look at. It's just boring and dull. So I like having something for you to keep your eyes looking at, keep your eyes busy, so you're not bored with just looking at my face. Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, hopefully I haven't rambled on too long about this, and you can have a little bit of it'll make things easier for you when you approach any kind of goal in life. Just try to figure out the easiest way to begin, the removing as many roadblocks as possible, and don't try to make it perfect. I was listening to another audiobook about students who were going, PhD students who were doing their doctoral thesis, and they're so worried about being perfect that they never finish their doctoral thesis. And he said, the best doctoral thesis is the one that's completed and turned in. And he said, he was talking to some of the students, he said, if your doctoral thesis is a masterpiece and it's the best thing you're ever going to produce, I feel sorry for you, because you have an entire career ahead of you that you'll be learning and improving, and you should always in the future be doing better than you are now. So hopefully I can apply that to my life too. Don't always try to be perfect. I know I can't be perfect on these videos, but I can take away as many roadblocks to finishing them as possible, and then take away as many roadblocks as I can to make so there's no excuses for me not running during the week or completing the program. And every time I do these videos, I get a little better. My thoughts flow a little better. My speech isn't as stuttery. I don't say the word or and as much anymore. I don't have to edit it. So yeah, that's about it. Yeah. The minute I say no longer saying here, I am saying and stuttering. Yeah, because I'm running out of words. Hopefully I will get better at articulating what I would like to say, and hopefully helping you, not only through weight loss surgery or exercising or learning new things like this, but also in life in general, motivating, showing you how to work your way around problems, taking bigger ideas like removing roadblocks and applying them to your life, to any part of your life. So this is Joe Saint signing out from week 3, workout number 3. It's in the books. We start workout week 4 tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday. Tomorrow will be April the 5th. So I should be jogging on the track. And I mean, not jogging on the track, jogging in my normal, at work, after work, in the parking lot like I was before. So no distractions, no girlfriends to distract me while I'm working out. So my breath should be under control. My steps should be in control. Everything should be normal. I haven't checked the C25K program to verify exactly how far I need to run. I can't check it now because it's on my phone and I'm filming on my phone. So yeah, I put my weight up here on the little chart. I think I used Sunday's weight because I don't have actually Saturday's weight the day I actually ran. And I just weighed after spending the day Saturday Sunday with my parents and eating spaghetti and a slice of Texas toast and a few tablespoons of this blackberry cobbler type dish my mom made for us. Yeah, now I'm full up with carbs and liquids and coffee and everything else, and I've weighed this evening. I'm like 209.2, so that's the kind of difference. 2 pounds is kind of normal for a weekend for me in the evenings after I've eaten because I'm still full of all the liquids, still got all the sugar in my system. Tomorrow I should be back down to about 207.2, 207.4. Still got to figure out why I'm gaining weight during this running phase as opposed to dropping weight, but I'll work on it. So this is Joe Saint signing out from VSG land. And keep pimping that sleeve.